right, I was watching Max on Boxing, and Timothy Bradley was a guest on there, and I linked that interview in the description, like 4 minutes 23 seconds long, under source link. Just hit the drop down box, and it'll be there. And Timothy Bradley said that Terence Crawford would beat a prime Floyd Mayweather. All right, obviously, people didn't like that. People gonna hate on him, but in the same interview, you gotta pay attention. He also says that he still, it sounds like he kind of stopped himself, but he still got Lomachenko above Crawford, pound for pound #1. His reasoning for that was like Crawford can't play ball with the other welterweights, and they kind of broke that down as well. But I kind of want to talk about something, kind of what Timothy Bradley said that ain't too far-fetched. But hey, let's talk about it. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I'm not sure when I'm going to drop this video. It's probably going to be after the live tonight or in the morning. So, I mean, it might go up in the morning. So, I don't drop in chronological order. It's like I have my day planned out. Sometimes I do the videos as come or I plan beforehand, but the Knicks news broke, and then I have some other videos going on. That's going to get pushed back to tomorrow. I know I was going to do this big live Friday. We got a lot of fights coming up this weekend. So, my apologies if you had to wait for this video. But if you join the Patreon, I'm starting the Patreon back up this weekend a little bit earlier than I anticipated next year. You'll get the Crawford, Ingus, Comey, Lopez prediction videos there. And you also will get, this weekend, I'm going to bang out all of them this month. You get the Tank Gamboa. You get all the predictions there this weekend. I'm going to make one big Patreon tier. So all my predictions will be up by Monday. Well, Monday on the channel, but a lot of the predictions will be on the Patreon this weekend for the rest of this month for the big fights. But sorry for carrying on, but I had to get the information out of there, and I mentioned on the live I'm doing today. But, you know, one thing he mentioned, and he backed up his premise, was the fact that Shane Mosley and Zab Judah, athletic fighters, maybe not so much in their prime, gave Mayweather issues. And I don't think it's too far-fetched that Mayweather could be, that Terence Crawford could compete and beat Floyd Mayweather. And I think that could happen. But one of the things that, you know, Max Kellerman, I think he mentioned about Terence, about the fight is that, you know, Terence ain't fought the guys to know if he can hang with Floyd Mayweather or he can be on the tier 1 with Floyd Mayweather. It's not his fault. He want to fight. Now, if he was over at if Arum had the situation that PBC had, would he be in a rush to fight Errol Spence? You know, if Errol Spence was the only guy hanging, so that's only a hypothetical, but Crawford does have the ability to hang with Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons I say that is because everybody was anointing Errol Spence because he gave Floyd this vicious beating in sparring. Now, I believe the time frame was when Floyd first got out of prison. And he said he was only eating Snickers and doing push-ups while he was in prison for whatever his situation was. That was when him and 50 was supposed to form TMT, the money team, and it didn't happen because 50 wanted to get Al Heyman out of the way. And it's a whole article about it on Fight Hype if you could pull it up. And Floyd was never going to leave Al Heyman. 50 wanted to take Floyd on the road to Jerry World, to the Superdome, and they was going to do this big tour around the United States, if not worldwide. But Floyd wasn't going to leave Al Heyman, and that's why 50 and Floyd actually started beefing, is because Floyd didn't want to remove Al Heyman as a business partner, and 50 just wanted to be 50 and Floyd. But one thing, like, Earl can get that hype off of beating Floyd in the gym, you know, and people can co-sign Floyd Earl as the next big thing. But people got to remember, Timothy Bradley, you know, experienced this over 8 years ago. People forget, and a lot of boxing fans don't know. They not knowledgeable. And it's kind of like boxing coaches today. You got a lot of trainers, but you don't have a lot of teachers. It's not that many Ronnie Shields. It's not that many Don Turners out there, and kind of the guys you don't know behind the scenes with some of the coaches out here. On YouTube, we don't have a lot of teachers no more because teaching has been frowned upon. Everything is casual boxing talk. Trill Boxing Talk, that's a casual boxing talk platform. That's not, you're not getting no real food for thought. You know, you're not replenishing, you know, yourself with great boxing and great wisdom of talk. A lot of these channels are, I'm gonna keep it real. They casual channels. You know, if you like the casual thing, casual fan base is the biggest fan base in boxing. So that's not a pun or an elbow there, but you're not getting, you know, you're not learning nothing. But what you got to remember is this: just like people co-sign Earl for beating Floyd in the gym, or my cousin was there, my baby daddy, cousin, uncle, niece, auntie, baby Pookie, Wookie was there. He seen Earl beat down Floyd. Earl got that push because he was an Olympian. He beat down Floyd. He got a ton of the brothers behind him. That's the next best thing. You know, Omar Henry, rest in peace, he gave Floyd some good work in the gym. Paul Sabadorf outboxed Floyd. That visual was on YouTube. The reason Floyd don't allow people to tape his sparring is because Paul Sabadorf. He made Floyd look like a fool. But these are things that people don't teach you, and they don't let you know about, because they don't know about it. They just got a platform. They do something on the side. They found a niche on YouTube, found the box community, found a way to profit off of it. And they cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I see right through them. Just like these pastors out here. I see right through them. You know, how can you be a man of God and you got a Christmas tree? Your pastor got a Christmas tree in the church, or he got a Christmas tree in his house. Stay woke. But people forgot that Timothy Bradley experienced Terence Crawford 8 years ago in 2011 while he was getting ready for Devin Alexander, I believe the year was. And Crawford had turned pro in 2006, and back in 2011, Timothy Bradley said he didn't even know Crawford wasn't a natural southpaw. They set it up for Crawford to come to camp. Bradley got rid of a few sparring partners. He is going into a big, I would consider it a lineal fight between Devin and Devin Alexander. Devin Alexander times with Don King, right? And he had got rid of hurts a few sparring partners or whatever, went through them. They said Terence Crawford was too small to spar with Timothy Bradley. He wasn't going to last. And they told him he had to only fight from the southpaw position. They set it up. Timothy Bradley's wife, I guess, picked, at the time, his girl or his wife, now his manager. They worked together, had picked Crawford up. And she said something was different about Crawford going into the sparring. And, you know, she said, we've been through a few people. He was like, he ain't going to just beat me up. And long story short, you know, Crawford, you know, beat the hell out of Timothy Bradley, or gave him some good work, I'll say, in the gym. And Timothy Bradley would tell anybody he listened, because that fight was in Detroit. It was in Pontiac. And he would tell anybody you listen, like, this dude, Terence Crawford, is better than Devin Alexander. That's what he said. He fought Alexander, still kept the same energy. He tried to sign Terence Crawford out of the Matador Sports contract. He couldn't sign him. 2 years later, Mikey Garcia told Cameron Duncan, at the time, who was a manager at Top Rank, he was kind of like the Al Heyman, now he's a boxer promoter, about Terence Crawford, a guy that box circles around him. 2 years later, Top Rank signed him. I believe in the same year, they signed Timothy Bradley. So when him and Bradley sparred, he wasn't Top Rank yet. Bradley wasn't. But Mikey Garcia helped Terence Crawford get there. But I mentioned all this, and Timothy Bradley, you know, helped manage Bud throughout his career. Will kind of, you know, mentor him throughout his career. And he that's his man's. And I say all that to say this. The same way a lot of dudes bias towards Errol Spence, for whatever reason, he from Dallas, or he represent the city, or he beat up Floyd Mayweather, or I like the way he fight. Why can't Timothy Bradley be a fanboy of Terence Crawford? A guy that he believed in 8 years ago, before y'all even know who Errol Spence was. Before Errol Spence even turned pro, he turned pro in 12. This is a guy that said back in 2011, this dude was a world champion. He's one of the best fighters in the world. This 8 years ago. So why can't he have his biases towards Terence Crawford? And he could believe in Terence Crawford before anybody else believed in Terence Crawford or knew about Terence Crawford other than Bomac and his family and his close friends. Why is it a crime for this man to be a fanboy of another brother? Tell me that. It shouldn't be. Why is it a problem for him to believe? All legends their track record wasn't impeccable. Marvin Hagler, they said he didn't want to fight Mike McCullum. Sugar Ray Leonard he waited till Marvin Hagler slowed down. Sugar Ray Leonard was one of the biggest duckers of all time. He was the original Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? You had the black bottle with Aaron Pryor. You know what I'm saying? You can keep going on and on. You know, just because you was an old school fighter don't mean you was the greatest. And sometimes we fall into that crevice of thinking that old school fighters couldn't nobody beat them. Oh, they didn't fail drug tests. They failed drug tests too. If VADA was implemented, a lot of your favorite fighters with social media, a lot of their careers would be diminished. Steroids didn't just start. Performance enhancing drugs just didn't start in this era. It's been started. It's been going on. I remember an old dude I was in the gym with a few years ago. He told me that a prominent baseball player was taking some stuff called red juice, and it was helping him hit home runs. I'm not going to say his name, but hey, I ain't say his name. Allegedly. Got to put that on there. All right? But to look at the matchup, Timothy Bradley made great points. To the point that older Shane Mosley rocked Floyd. Zab Judah technically knocked down Floyd. DeMarcus Chop Corley fought Floyd. I think Floyd has a fear of fighting rhythmic black fighters. I think he has a fear of fighting black fighters. Devin Alexander said it about 5-6 years ago before he dealt with his addiction. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather never tried to fight Timothy Bradley, which we all felt he would have beat Timothy Bradley. No disrespect. So black fighters gave Floyd problems. Name me the best black fighter Floyd didn't beat. Name me the best black fighter Floyd didn't beat. You know what I'm saying? Name me somebody he beat. Zab Judah wasn't at his best. He wasn't old. But he already got knocked out by Costa and lost to Carlos Baldomir. Because then Floyd beat Carlos Baldomir. He was supposed to set up Zab was supposed to beat Baldomir. Floyd was supposed to fight Zab. But Floyd still fought both. Beat Baldomir. Roger Mayweather was in jail, I think. And then he fought Zab. And Roger Mayweather got suspended for jumping the ring after Zab kept hitting Floyd with low blows when Floyd was about to stop Zab and stop Floyd's momentum. So at the end of the day, I understand it's this narrative that Bud ain't beat nobody. He beat Gamboa when Mikey Garcia refused to fight him, and he sat out and fought Top Rank in court rather than fight Gamboa. He beat Victor Postal. He was all that in a bag of chips. Take it back to the 90s. When people say he was going to lose to Victor Postal, he beat him. Jeff Horn came off his best win, Manny Pacquiao. Then he fought another guy. He had no problem. Jeff Horn didn't win a round. He didn't win a second of that fight. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Horn is supposed to be one of the more physical, imposing welterweights. Handled Benavidez. Made Amir Khan quit. No matter Amir Khan get knocked down, knocked out, dropped, Amir Khan ain't never quit like that. So you can go on and on about his accomplishments. And if you say, oh, he ain't did this, he ain't did that, or he ain't beat nobody, then you a casual. But I don't think that put him on the level to beat Floyd Mayweather. Does he have some things that bother Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, he got long arms like Floyd Mayweather. He quick, he mean, he could punch. Obviously, I agree with Max. Floyd Mayweather defense is better. But depending on what Floyd you're talking about, if it ain't the 35-pound Floyd, Terence Crawford offense is better. But he ain't proved it yet. It's hard for us to say he did it. You could say, well, De La Hoya you look at De La Hoya. You look what he did at 47. Oh, he definitely would have killed this guy at 130. People do that. Once your career is laid out and it's done, then people go back to different weight classes, say you would have did this. So Crawford, it's imperative that for him, Errol Spence heal up, get back to form, and he beat him. It's imperative he beat Shine. I'm about to call him Shane Porter like Bob Arum. It's imperative that he still probably beat up Keith. If Regis wanted, Jose wanted, Josh Taylor wanted, Jaron Ennis wanted, who I heard is close to signing the PBC. I don't know how true it is. He gonna have to prove it. And then people had that conversation about, hey, if he can beat Floyd. But Timothy Bradley being in this corner and rooting for him, come on, that's his mans. If me and my mans go to the club, and my mans get to fight where I'm fighting, that's how close they is. And that's what people understand. People sit here and suck down Errol Spence. But when somebody praise another fighter in the same manner, when the Mexicans praise Canelo in the same manner, when the Brits praise AJ in the same, Anthony Joshua in the same manner. When Timothy Bradley praising Bud, there ain't even a lot of Bud fans out there. But when they praise them like the Dirty Street Gang praised Deontay, and I love Deontay. When they praised Errol Spence, at one point in time, he was cool. But when somebody do that same praise on they guy, it's a problem. But look at Crawford. He's significantly bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd ain't never wanted to get in there with nobody that got the feet like him or the speed like him. Or the punch variety like Terence Crawford. Crawford got all the makings to be an all-time great. It's just at the end of the day, having the soldiers to fight. But would it shock me if Crawford went out there and lost to a few of these welterweights? No. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if that happened to Earl. It didn't shock me if it was going to happen to Keith, which it is. He lost to Pacquiao, but excuse me, it don't shock me because a lot of these dudes ain't been like tested on that top level. But Crawford is a complete fighter, man. You can't say the same thing about Earl. You can't say the same thing about Keith. You can't say the same thing about Shane Porter. And I said as a joke, Sean Porter ain't no complete fighter. Danny Garcia not a complete fighter. We talking about counter punching, inside, middle range, outside, lateral movement, bang it out with you in the pocket, bang it out with you on the outside, switching from righty to lefty. Crawford is a complete fighter, but is he a complete elite, all-time great level fighter, which Floyd already proved to be? So if they tell me right now I get the prime Floyd Mayweather from any era against Crawford, I'm betting with Floyd. Because I've seen it before. But would I totally fall out my chair if Crawford beat him? No, because Floyd, his whole career, avoided slick black fighters. He ain't fought one prime slick black fighter. He fought Chavez, not the shot Chavez. He fought Diego Corrales, his stepdaddy was black. He fought Castillo, you know what I'm saying? He fought Ricky Hatton. He fought Marquez. He fought Cotto. He fought Pacquiao. He fought Shane. He fought Sharama Mitchell down there from DC. Hopefully I know I butchered his name. He fought some pretty good. He fought some solid competition. But has he beat a Pernell? No. He didn't. He beat a prime Shane Mosley. No, it wasn't his fault. Shane Mosley refused to take that fight. Well, no, Shane Mosley moved up 2 weight classes and fought De La Hoya, which presented more money for him at the time. Did he, beat some of those guys? No. Remember, old Oscar De La Hoya at 54 gave him a little run for his money too. So it's not too far-fetched. Bud might not be an Olympian, the caliber of of Floyd and Earl, but the dude can fight. He the real deal. He ain't gonna go in there and get smoked by Floyd. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna just go in there and just get immediately smoked. This is a dude that can hold his own. His intellect, his clean lifestyle outside the ring, his speed. He's a smart guy, man. When he made those adjustments versus Yorkers Gamboa, I was impressed. People said, well, Gamboa almost knocked him out. Well, Chop Chop hurt Floyd. A journeyman that wear Victoria's Secrets. Panties and shit like that. I'm saying that jokingly, but come on. Zab Judah, who already took 2 losses in his career, he technically dropped Floyd. So, we can go tit for tat, tat for tit. For real. So, in my opinion, get it how you live, man. It's your opinion. But at the end of the day, Timothy Bradley going to ride for his mans. Because he's seen it firsthand. He's seen the maturation. He said he was a world champion back 8 years ago. Before anybody took a chance on him and gave him an opportunity. But I believe Crawford can hang. If Floyd said as a teenager he was out boxing Frankie Randall, the first man to beat Chavez Sr. Zab was holding his own versus Pernell. I think Floyd sparred Pernell as well too. But these Floyd fans be so butthurt, man. It is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think. I link the interview in the description or the source link. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Appreciate everybody that shared the videos. If you want to make a donation, that link's in the description. My dog's going crazy. But just keep looking out for me, man. Keep looking out for the channel. Check out our boxing playlist, boxing news, boxing rumors, heavyweight, middleweight, the whole 9. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. Appreciate the love and support. We gone.